Washington, it's Husky Stadium. All games might count the same, but some carry a little more juice. And when you get to this point in the season, a couple of teams in the top 10 fighting for their playoff lives and positioning, this one feels a little special. It's the Penn State Nittany Lions and the Washington Huskies. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
I caught up with the Nittany Lions head coach before the game. He told me that this is new for the Big Ten. Obviously, these teams coming all the way to the West Coast. The travel is long. They've been putting some practices in place to make sure their players are moving, getting up early, getting prepared for this time zone challenge. They are going to try to perform at their best performance level today, but they put a ton of time and research and science into making sure the players are prepared to go. Guys?
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Nittany Lions will kick off first, and here we go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Just feeds the running back. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Opening drive of the game, and they're facing 3rd and 1. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense.
Man, this is a defense that prides themselves on stopping the run, and that is a huge statement on their opponent's opening drive of the game. 3rd and short, they don't just get a stop. They get a tackle for loss. That sends a very clear message that they're going to be the more physical side today.
So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on 4th down in his own territory. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive.
Caught, and he's got room. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. And the Huskies want to pick up the tempo. Might be changing the route. Williams. Stepping to the right. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Wide receiver going in motion. Williams looking for a man. Pocket breaking down. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. They're likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time, trust your read, and execute this passing play if you're throwing it.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He won't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were on the last fourth down.
They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on fourth down again. He'll go to the sneak. And some great fourth down defense against the run.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on fourth down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Fires to the wideout. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception, but there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. It's usually because of their lack of hands, like you just saw.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Handoff for Peoples. Tripped up for the tackle. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. Zings it complete to the right. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line.
And that's just inexcusable if you're on defense there, man. Third and long, you've worked so hard to get to that point, right? To put yourself in position to come off the field. And
looking long. And he makes the catch at the 25. And that's where he'll go down. An explosive play moves the sticks.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play. And you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Nittany Lions are marching down the field. Run inside. It's Martin. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. The Nittany Lions want to crank the tempo. Back to throw, it's Beck. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And this has been a really good first drive, man. You talk about scripting the first however many plays. It's different for all the coordinators. Nice drive down the field. Now set up in a third down situation. Let's stay aggressive. Let's capitalize on this momentum and not try to kick these field goals because, you know, kicking field goals sometimes down the road can come back to bite you.
Timeout taken here by the Nittany Lions. That'll be their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down? Here's a gift to Peoples. Dragged down right at the line of scrimmage, and it'll be fourth down. The Nittany Lions will come to the line to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down, and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Peoples. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Quarterback may change this route. Turning it on! They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Here's a give to Washington. Might have a chance. Inside the touchdown, Husky. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And I'm kind of surprised. That's his first rush of the football game, and they give him the football, and you see why this dude is a baller. Like, give him the ball, he can make people miss, and he can hit home runs, put points on the scoreboard really quickly. Jesse, one touch, one touchdown.
Yeah, and I think the offensive coordinator now is kind of hoping he probably scripted this game a little bit differently. He should have done it on the first drive. They didn't give him any touches, but he's now earned a lot more carries. You're going to see this guy get force-fed now the rest of the game after that run.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Snags a quick pass on the left. Turns it on in midfield. Oh, a lot of space. Inside the... And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And he made the extra point without problem. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Breaks into the open. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Wow, how about the stop-start speed. That reminds you of Napoleon Kaufman or Bishop Sankey, Myles Gaskin, great Washington Husky running backs of years past that just made defenders look silly because of that stop-start ability. This dude has some wheels.
They'll ride the hot hand. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
And when your offensive line can plow holes like that and you can get over 10 yards a carry, like, we don't need to complicate this. Like, this is a very simple form. Be more physical. Hand the football off. That's a great job in back-to-back plays for this offense.
Here's a give to Washington. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Calls his own number, and he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
He stops short of the first down, but he gets it into plus territory on the scramble, and now decision time on 4th.
This is why 3rd down is so difficult for quarterbacks, because the defense substitutes, they put faster guys on the field, and they've got all of their different exotic looks they've been game planning all week for, some things you haven't seen on film yet, and it confuses your offensive line, it confuses you, and you're out here just trying to make plays, trying to do something right to get a first down. Wasn't able to gain a lot there.
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in.
Man, sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get them.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make first downs. 1st and 15 here. Looking for a man. It's Beck. Incomplete, and they fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Second down, he'll throw it. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. third down. That was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Gonna run it. It's Carr. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Might be calling a hot route. They'll go right back to it. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Williams makes the grab. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them. They're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
Here's a heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
It'll be 3rd and long. Throwing, Williams. He'll loft one deep down the left side.
And you've got to go for this on 4th down. I mean, this offense hasn't even punted yet in this game anyway, and they've gone for it on 4th down a few times early. But the field position dictates that you're absolutely going for it here. Trailing on the scoreboard, you've got to dial up a good play. You've got to get your best playmaker the football.
The Huskies will try to move the sticks on 4th down. He wants to change this route. Williams to throw for it on 4th. Moving out to the right. Lets it fly. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Dropping back, it's Beck. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
Oh, they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Holds it in on the left. Hits the crease. Touchdown, Penn State. Once he got some room, it was over.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. He'll bring it out. It's Carr. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Here's Williams to throw. Pressure coming. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there,
intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Got some room to run, and he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. Oh, they blocked the extra point.
The two-point attempt is no good. That keeps the score. Penn State 27, Washington 7. Number 94 set to kick it away.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Williams escapes the pressure to his right. He gave him time to react, and he almost pulled off the interception. Instead, it'll be second down.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Williams will pass. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he drops it right down the middle of the field, and he couldn't make the play.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Williams to the air again. Right down the middle. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. Williams with the catch. It's Carr. Across the 25, he's got room. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
Jekyll and Hyde for this offense and for this quarterback, right? Pick 6 on the last drive. You saw on the sidelines the coaches talking to him, really trying to pick his spirits up. I don't know what they said to him, but whatever it was, it worked because this drive is looking really good here by the offense, and what a beautiful throw there by the quarterback.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Headed to the end zone. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Interesting first half, fellas, and an eye-opening day here in Week 10 on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with the Navy Midshipmen taking on the number 21 team, the Temple Owls. And it's the Midshipmen able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings. And that now gets this group to 3 wins, which is nothing to write home about yet. But brick by brick, this staff is starting to build something. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Fires to the right. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
And they're able to get him on the ground.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
And they can't make the play on third down. Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down. They're ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Throws to the wideout. And here's the third interception of the night. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
The Nittany Lions will get things going as their offense heads out to the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Back to pass, it's Beck. Fires to the wideout. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
You just need to have more efficiency in the passing game. This guy completed exactly 50% of his throws the last game out. Not good enough. And he's below that number in this game. Still not good enough.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. Complete to the left. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. And the Nittany Lions racing to the line in a hurry-up.
And sometimes when you hand it to these guys, man, it's hard to find lanes. It's very congested in the box. But nice job when you spread it out and you give him space by throwing him the football.
Snags it and he's open. Touchdown, Penn State! And the beatdown has ensued. The defense just lost track of him. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And we call his name again. This is the same guy that, remember, he had the defensive touchdown already. Now getting in the backfield, getting to the quarterback, getting the sack. He's been all over the field today.
Play fake, Williams. Under fire. Quickly to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run, and then the big tight.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. At the 30. Running inside the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Husky.
Well, in the modern era of college football, you're see more and more athletic tight ends, like what you just saw right there. The defense had no chance covering that guy down the field. He makes them look silly on his way in for the long touchdown.
How about this? These guys are going for two. Throwing, Williams. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. That deficit's still pretty big, and they'll try to get it right back and cut into it with an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Penn State's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. To the air, it's Beck. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! And the pummeling has started.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players, and quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his second touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. They'll snag it just inside the 10. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down.
Whew, that's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense? Getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball again.
Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Here's Williams to throw. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Got it down the field. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Washington right back to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And he just held on to the football too long, and the defense rode him out of bounds and forced the loss.
And that's a really good response by this defense, man. You don't get too down on yourself. You don't beat yourself up. You line up. You play the next play. Nice job getting in the backfield. Now, going on the offensive, getting them in second and long, a pretty predictable situation.
And the Huskies, now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Throws for the tight end. Finds a man in the middle. And the defense drags him down. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on third and short from the 49. Rushes on him. It's complete to the right. He's got enough for the first down, and they might get some extra. It looked like a face mask to me. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Williams. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Williams looking for a man. Hauls it in. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth and long. Fourth down, Williams. Here comes the heat. And it's a sack.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up, run it, do something. You can't take a sack on 4th down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for you.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
There we go, defense. That's the play you needed to have. All night long, you've been giving up big ones to this offense. That's why you're in the position you're in right now, down by multiple possessions. But finally, they come away with their first sack.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Samuel. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Handoff for Peoples.
And this offense hadn't got the ground game going at all, but it hasn't mattered. The passing game has been so good. So you'd like to create balance on offense, but as long as they can keep spinning the pill out wide, this offense has been just fine.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Looking for a crease. It's Martin. Finding some room. He stopped at the 32. Picks up 10 on the play and gets the 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Nittany Lions have their offense in high gear. Looking to throw, it's Beck. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And this QB's got to find his rhythm. Like he's out of sorts right now. He's out of sync. The ball's not coming out on time. The ball's not in rhythm. Receivers and quarterbacks and tight ends have got to get on the same page, man. This offense has got to get something going positive because they've just been struggling through the air.
Back to pass on 2nd down. This time he's got it. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this 3rd period with a big play. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. 1 more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. From the red zone, it's Hansen. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Looking to throw. And here's a fumble way behind the line. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one.
That keeps the score. Penn State 48, Washington 15.
Nice grab to get that squib kick inside the 10. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that, and the head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. And he's brought down after a nice game. Washington wants to go quickly.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Williams makes the grab. It's Carr. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. Washington coming to the line with another first down. Williams will pass. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Yeah, and they get him again. This is a offense that you expect them to protect their guy. I mean, he is a dude that you know if you give him time, he's going to make plays. But this defense is making sure he's not getting.
And it's his 4th interception of the game. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Back to pass. Gonna take a shot, and he'll pull it in inside the 20. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
Outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Running the red zone, it's Peoples. He's gonna lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Got his man on the right. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. The Nittany Lions trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Scanning the field, it's Beck. Scrambling away. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
To kick off.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Aggies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Another delay of game penalty. This is just sloppy. A completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Timeout taken here by the Nittany Lions. That'll be their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Throwing, Williams. He rifles one deep to the left. He's got it! And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Williams looking for a man. Buys a little extra time. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Smart move to keep it on the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Throwing on the run. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
You know, I'll give it to the defense here. Obviously, it has not been their day, and this offense has gone up and down the field, lighting up the scoreboard. But you're still seeing this defense compete. And on 3rd and long, expecting pass, everybody on the same page, get the incompletion. That's something positive that their coaching staff can point to when they review the film.
He's not afraid to go deep. He's got it.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. Even in the 4th quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive, pedal to the metal.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal?
Here we go, ready. Wide.
I guess they're just trying to build up the stats. Looking to the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.